এটা বন্ধ করো না।
ফোন নিলে আসবে
না না, এমনি থাক, দরজাটা খুলে দাও, তাহলে এটা খুলে দাও, খাওয়া আসবে।
এই তো বলছো বন্ধ করো,
আমি বুঝতে পারিনি তো।
ঠিক আছে জুতোটা আমার আটকাচ্ছে।
Hola, Aranya, come here. Today.
So, hello everyone. This is CA Sachin Jain and good evening to all of you. Just confirm me once in the chat box that my voice is audible and this PDF file is visible to you so that we can start our discussion. Okay. So, a very warm good evening to all of you, and today we are going to start our discussion on a very important subject, on a very unique subject, that is Statutory Bank Branch Audit. Okay, because this time is very much relevant for this topic, and with that objective, we have designed this course, this 2 days course on the Statutory Bank Branch Audit in a practical way. Okay, so in this course, basically, we are going to cover the basics of the bank branch audit, will cover certain advanced point of the bank branch audit, will also cover certain technical issues or technical parameters of the bank branch audit, will also discuss on certain financial related commands, and will also provide you the complete guide on the commands for the core banking system. Okay, because as we all know, in this current scenario, if we are planning to go for the bank branch audit, in that case there is requirement that we have the complete idea about the techniques, we have the complete idea about the practical checking the data through the core banking software. That is what is the thing which is required, as well as अब वो टाइम नहीं रहा कि मैं उससे पीडीएफ मांग लूंगा. आई एम गोइंग टू डिमांड द पीडीएफ एंड आई एम गोइंग टू टेक द प्रिंट आउट ऑफ ऑल द लेजर्स एंड आई एम गोइंग टू चेक द थिंग्स, आई एम गोइंग टू चेक द एडवांसेस. Current scenario is completely based on the Excel. We just need to demand certain documents, certain data files, okay, from the branch, so that we can analyze the figures, we can analyze the things, and based on our data analysis, we can generate the proper reports and we can get the proper data. Okay, if many of you are also the concurrent auditor of the banks, there is certain people who are concurrent auditor of the bank. You are also handling the concurrent audit. Also, one important thing is that this session will be helpful for the articles for the chartered accountants, because we are going to discuss from the basics to the advanced, and also we'll discuss certain important key points. Okay, we are not going to discuss about the complete theory and all those things. We are going to discover the practical points, that how we are going to work in this bank branch audit in an effective way, in a smooth way, so that our report will be prepared in an effective and efficient way, and we can cover each and every point. Okay, that is what is our target of this particular course. So there are 3 to 4 requirements before starting this particular session. First thing and the foremost thing, that this session should be interactive. Okay, and this will be completely depend on you. We are not going to wait for the last moment for any Q&A session, or we have no any Q&A session at the last. If you have any question, if you have any doubt, if you have any point, you may ask the same in between the session itself. There is no requirement to wait for the last moment. Okay, also if you have any point you want to discuss on that, in that case this is your responsibility. Just comment in the chat box so that we can take or we can touch that particular specific topic as well. Okay, so this is the first thing. Second thing, the mode of communication of this session will be Hindi and English both. Okay, we are going to discuss the major portion of the session in English language only. There may be certain examples which we are going to take in Hindi as well. Okay, but for your comfort, we'll convert the same into English as well. This PDF file you will receive by today. There is no problem with that. And third thing, you just need to keep one pen and paper with you, one notebook and paper with you. If you found any specific point, any important point, in that case this is your responsibility to put down that point in your notebook, so that during the bank branch audit you can use that point. Okay, you can check this that particular type of things during your work. So most probably we are going to start the bank branch audit around 3 to 4th of April. Okay, and we need to conclude it within 10 to 12 days. That is the last date will be 15th of April. Okay, till 15th of April we need to conclude this bank branch audit. So we'll also share with you certain techniques to conclude the audit on a given time with effective analysis and effective data finding. Okay, so this is the session which is complete bunch of techniques for the bank branch audit. After certain discussion, I will ask you that this point is okay. In that case, this is your responsibility. If you have any question, if you have any doubt, you may put the same in the chat box so that we can take that question. Okay. So now let's start our discussion on this bank branch audit 2024. So first, for doing this bank branch audit, or for doing this bank branch audit in an effective way, the first and foremost thing is that our planning, because everything will be based on our planning. If we have a specific plan for the bank branch audit, in that case we can conclude it in an effective way, we can demand the data in an effective way, we can demand multiple things. कई बार हम लोग क्या होता है, मार्केट में कई सारे मैनेजमेंट रिप्रेजेंटेशन लेटर अवेलेबल है, there is a lot of MRL available in the market, and the same are cut, copy and paste, and multiple reports are there, but if you will check, many of the reports are not useful for us. So that is what is the point, that we need to demand the required files with the required manner. Okay, so now we'll discuss about the planning, how we are going to plan that bank branch audit. So first, we have the written audit program. Okay, if possible, then just prepare the things, because this complete PDF file is in pointers. Okay, there is no any language is there. This complete PDF file, this complete e-guide is on pointer way only. Also, I am available for your support till 10th of April for the bank branch audit. So if you have any question, if you have any point, in that case, we'll provide you the WhatsApp number, or we'll try to create one WhatsApp group for our discussion, so that if you have any question, any doubt during our bank branch audit, you can put in that particular WhatsApp group, or on that WhatsApp number, will provide you the reply in a reasonable time. Okay. So first thing, to conduct this bank branch audit in an effective way, there is a requirement of audit program. Sir, what do you mean by this audit program, or what the things we need to ready in that audit program? So when I'm talking about this audit program, at that time, there is requirement that we have the complete team to conduct that audit. Okay. There is requirement that team के साथ we have a experienced team. खाली team है, experience नहीं है, in that case, your bank branch audit will not be concluded in an effective way. So there is requirement of team. Also, you need to assign the responsibilities to the team, because as we all know, what are the features or what are the functions of the bank? There may be deposits, there may be advances, there may be other operating activities or other operating areas. Okay, in that case, we just need to divide our team in these 3 to 4 areas. Okay, I will discuss the audit program as well, but this is the basic thing. First, I am going to share with you certain things with example, and then after we'll read the same, so that it will be very much helpful for us. Okay, and the point is that this is not any session or any provision of law or any sections, anything, nothing is that. Okay, this is the session in which we are going to discuss about the things, so that we can conclude our bank branch audit in a effective way from the initial point till the conclusion point. Okay, that is what is the target of this course. So you just need to assign the responsibilities to the particular your articles or to the team. Okay, and you just need to decide the responsibilities as well. When you will decide the work, at the same time you need to decide the responsibilities. Okay, the preparation of reports, the preparation of a specific format, and for that purpose you need to arrange one training, you need to arrange certain things which you need to provide to your articles. Okay, that is what is the thing, we need to be very much careful. Okay, we'll discuss the technical parts, but I am just going to share with you the things with example, because multiple time hota kya hai, we are providing the work to our team, but we are not assigning the responsibilities, और इसकी report preparation में हो सकता है हम उनकी कोई help ही नहीं ले रहे हैं. In that case, there may be certain points जो हमारे से skip हो जाए, there is a chances of the skip of the points. So that is what is the scenario. For that purpose, we need to be very much careful that when we are transferring the work, at the same time we need to transfer the reporting as well. Okay, provide the copy of LFAR, provide the copy of main audit report, provide the copy of statutory audit report, or provide the copies of various certificates, because we all know what type of certificates bank is going to provide us. So we just need to provide the data to our team at least before 5 to 7 to 10 days, okay, so that team can go through with the particular forms and describe the requirements of that specific form. So this is the basics of the audit program. Second, जैसे ही आपके पास में वो प्यारा सा लेटर आ जाएगा, दैट इज लेटर ऑफ अपॉइंटमेंट फॉर द बैंक ब्रांच, इन दैट केस यू जस्ट नीड टू डिमांड द एनओसी फ्रॉम द प्रीवियस ऑडिटर, because in certain cases, due to certain constructions on account of time, we are forgot to demand the NOC letter, or we are forgot to take the NOC letter. But as per the ICAI, we just need to take the NOC letter, and this is the most important thing, and this will be our first step. Okay, after appointment, after acceptance, the first thing is that we just need to demand the NOC from the previous auditor, and as per our responsibility, we just need to put one mail, we just need to write one mail to the previous auditor, okay, and ask for the acceptance or no objection letter from that auditor. Then do hold a meeting with all engagement team members, because this complete bank branch audit will be completely based on your team. If your team will present well, in that case your report will be effective, and there will be no any chances of any litigation in future. Because as we all know, this bank branch audit is in a declining phase, and if we'll put our 100% efforts, in that case gradually it will be increases, there may be possibilities. So accordingly, we just need to hold one meeting with our engagement team and assign their responsibilities. For that purpose, we need to provide the complete chart, and if possible, then provide the Excel so that they can feed the data at the time of their work. Also hand over a copy of written audit program to the each one of them, and also one supervisor should be appointed so that your audit will be in an effective way. Then you just need to take the references of the ICAI guidance note. Although we will cover this ICAI guidance note in brief in this particular course. Okay, well, we have included multiple points, multiple important points for ICAI guidance note in this specific course itself. So maximum will cover. To send a letter to the branch for your requirement in connection of the bank audit.
এটা স্যার সৌম্যজিৎ দিনের 3.5 লাখ নিচে টাকা কম করে স্যার সেটা জিএসটি দিতে হবে সেটা এমপ্লয়ি না
টেমপ্লেটও ক্যাশ নিচে বলো
এটা খেলা যে क्या सर तो क्या चेक कर दवा का था
डन, सारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स को म्यूट कर दिया गया है। सो कृपया शांति बनाए रखें और थोड़ी देर हम जो डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं उसमें पार्टिसिपेट करें। एंड इफ यू वांट टू आस्क समथिंग, इफ यू वांट टू से समथिंग, इफ यू वांट टू कम्युनिकेट समथिंग, इन दैट केस वी हैव चैट बॉक्स सो दैट वी कैन डिस्कस थ्रू दिस चैट बॉक्स ओनली। नाउ do send a letter of the requirements to your bank audit, to your branch, okay, regarding the bank branch audit. So we'll discuss about that requirement as well, there is no issue with that, but the point is that audit planning में अभी हम लोग ये discuss कर रहे हैं कौन कौन सी चीजें हैं जो मुझे करनी है during this bank branch audit. So we need to send one letter. इससे पहले होता क्या था, before COVID we are doing the bank branch audit and we are just sending the MRL letter with most probably a very less requirement, but post COVID there is requirement, or we are also going to demand multiple reports from the bank branch, so that we are going to convert that file into Excel and we'll do our analysis and we'll work on the data analytics, and based on that we'll generate certain specific things from that report. That is what is the thing we are going to do. So accordingly we just need to ready one letter. As we all know now, today is 23rd and 24th, 25th, 26th free for all of us. So we may do one thing, in a half an hour we can prepare the complete formats, okay, although we'll share the complete formats with you. For the MRL letter will share you the complete format. For the demand letter will share you the format about the inquiries, and all those things will share with you. We'll also share with you the guidance note references on account of various directions of ICAI and various directions of Reserve Bank of India for this year, okay. Complete reference material will provide, but you need to select that what type of data will be useful for us. Okay, and we'll discuss in this specific course each and everything related to the techniques. Send a mail to the branch regarding management representation letter, that is MRL, and get the same duly signed by the manager when you visit the branch. So this is the one of the most important documentation. इस साल जब हम लोग बैंक ब्रांच ऑडिट कर रहे हैं, at that time we also need to focus on certain requirements of ICAI, because as we all know, institute is on the line of peer review, and when we go for the peer review, at that time the peer reviewer will demand multiple documents with reference to the audit, and there is certain specific paras are also available for the bank branch audit. So we need to be very much careful. We just need to take the copy of MRL signed by the branch manager. Do certain tasks at your office before visiting the branch, like sample selection, convert certain files from text to Excel. कई बार क्या होता है, when you will go for the bank branch audit of PNB and Oriental Bank of Commerce is not there. So when you will go for the PNB bank, they will say that sir, our report, all the reports are generated in Excel. So can we provide you the Excel so that it will be more easy for you? Or when will demand that Excel file, at that time there may be chances of manipulation of data, because Excel में अगर उनको कोई एंट्री डिलीट करनी है, they may delete the entry. Excel में उनको कोई एंट्री ऐड करनी है, they may add the entry. So whenever you are going to do the bank branch audit, your first and foremost thing is that we are going to take all the reports in text file only, and we'll convert the same into Excel, and then after we'll start our analysis. Okay, because certain banks are directly provide you the copy of the Excel file on your mail ID, and there may be chances of manipulation. With that reference, I am always and always suggesting that please take the text file and convert the same into Excel. Okay, we'll share you one specific video as well for converting the text file into the Excel file. Okay, and this is also my request to you. If you require any additional things, then just put the same in the chat box, and you may put the same on my WhatsApp number, so that if I forgot certain points, in that case I can take the same from your requirement list. Carefully check bank's internal circular. First, our responsibility to go through with the ICAI guidance note will do in this particular course itself. Second, certain important circulars from Reserve Bank of India. And third thing, we just need to go through with the bank's internal circular. Each and every bank head office is going to issue one internal circular, okay, in Feb or in the first week of March for the audit. So with reference to that, we just need to demand that internal bank circular, so that if there will be any important thing, we can capture from that internal circular as well. And if there will be any a specific point which we want to cover from that particular circular, in that case we may cover the same. Try to conduct the audit with the technology, because now if you think that we are going to conduct the audit without technology, in that case quite impossible. Okay, so we just need to do the audit with the technology. Audit planning to include understanding of branch software and commands for view, borrower accounts, generation of various MIS critical exceptional reports, because when you will demand any report from the branch manager or from the bank staff, the fixed line of the branch manager of the banking staff is that, sir, this report is not generated from our system. This report is automatically generated by the journal office. This report is automatically generated by the regional office. They are generating the same. We have no power to generate that particular type of reports. This type of responses you will receive from the banking staff. So for that purpose, because अगर आप पुराने चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट से बात करोगे, most probably they have no idea about the technology, but youngsters and your articles has the capacity to deal with that particular technology. So you just need to give that work to your articles and to your team, that please read the commands of the Finacle, FlexiCube, all those softwares. You just need to CBS, you just need to understand the commands. Okay, also will provide you the complete file of various commands. You may provide the same to your articles and to your team, so that they will be in a specific situation to deal with this specific technology. Understand branch banking system, and this will be depend on branch to branch. Your branch is a retail branch, a MSME branch, or agriculture branch. So we just need to identify the nature and the functions of the bank, the specific bank, and accordingly we need to design our audit plan. Because अगर केसीसी वाली ब्रांच है, दैट मींस एग्रीकल्चर ब्रांच, और वहां पर जाकर के मैं एमएसएमई या फिर रिटेल वाले नॉर्म्स लगाऊंगा, इन दैट केस वो गलत हो जाएगा. सो वी जस्ट नीड टू आइडेंटिफाई द कॉम्प्लेक्सिटीज, वी जस्ट नीड टू आइडेंटिफाई द नेचर एंड द फीचर एंड द वर्किंग स्टाइल ऑफ दैट बैंक, so that we can easily conduct our audit in a effective way, and we just need to take this particular type of detail from the branch manager. So this is the part of our topic, that is audit planning. So planning में NOC letter मेरा first thing है. Second thing, I just need to communicate everything with my audit team. Okay. Third thing, we just need to share the requirement letter to the branch with specific reports which is required. Okay. We just need to take the signed copy of management representation letter, that is MRL. Okay. We just need to read out the RBI circular, ICAI guidance note, and the bank's internal circular. We just need to have the idea about the complete commands of that core banking system. We need to understand the nature of that particular bank so that we can conduct the audit in a smooth way. These are the things which is required for conducting the bank branch audit. So I just want to ask that question from the complete participants to the whole participants, that the planning wala part is okay for you? Yes, we may use the ICAI utility for conducting the bank branch audit. There is no any question on that. Okay. But the point is that this utility is quite complicated, or there are a lot of requirements are there. And to manage that particular detail in a short span of time, quite difficult. Okay. So for that purpose, we may do one thing. We may analyze that utility, and we may select a certain important things or which is useful for us. Okay, will also provide you the guidance on that particular utility, or will provide you certain suggested specific things which we need to take care of. Yes, bankers will provide the data in the text file through mail. There is no problem. As soon as you will receive the appointment letter and you will accept the same, you just need to share the MRL and the requirement list. They will definitely share the text file to your mail ID. हो सकता है कुछ आनाकानी वो करे, but in that case we just need to provide that mail to the journal office as well. Okay, so that वहां पर एक इंप्रेशन होगा कि यार जोनल ऑफिस के सामने भी ये वाला मेल गया है. जस्ट टू इंक्लूड वन लाइन इन दैट मेल इटसेल्फ, that if you will not provide, or if you will delay, if there will be any delay in providing the data, in that case our bank audit may delay. Okay, so they will provide you the data. Okay, there is no problem. और अगर वो एक्सेल में प्रोवाइड करवाते हैं, दे आर सेइंग दैट देयर इज नो डेटा जनरेटेड इन द टेक्स्ट फाइल, यू जस्ट नीड टू टेक द सेम ऑन द लेटर हेड ऑफ द बैंक, दैट सर ये हमको या तो आप राइटिंग में मेल पे दे दो, यू मे प्रोवाइड द सेम इन राइटिंग, दैट data is not generated in text file, hence we are providing the Excel file only, so that if there will be any litigation, we may use that particular mail for future references. Okay, because as a chartered accountant nowadays in current scenario, मेरे क्लाइंट को, मेरी बैंक को बचाने से ज्यादा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी मेरी है, मैं खुद को बचा लूं. Okay, so from that perspective, I am saying that there is requirement of the documentation of each and every part, list of documents to be collected, and the reviews. So we'll discuss the basic list which you required. अगर इस सेशन को, अगर इस PDF फाइल को you will provide to your article and to your team, they will also easily get the things about the bank branch audit. Okay, so now what the things we need to demand from the bank branch audit, and we'll also discuss the relevance of these documents. Okay, so that this will be clear in your mind that what type of data we are demanding and what is the purpose of that data. क्योंकि जब तक मुझे पर्पस पता नहीं होगा, तब तक मैं उसको राइट डायरेक्शन में यूज नहीं कर पाऊंगा. Now, the first and foremost thing from the documentation perspective is trial balance as on 31st March. Yes, we'll share with you this PDF file. This trial balance as on 31st March 2024, this is the requirement. सर हम लोग ट्रायल बैलेंस से क्या करने वाले हैं? सो देयर इज रिक्वायरमेंट, वी आर गोइंग टू चेक द ट्रायल बैलेंस एंड द बैलेंस शीट एंड प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट. Okay, if there will be any difference, in that case we may ask the question with the bank branch. So the first thing is that we are demanding the trial balance and we are going to compare the same with the balance sheet and the profit and loss account which we are going to sign for that particular bank. Closing circular issued by the branch bank head office for conducting the branch audit. As we have already covered the discussion on this specific subject, that every head office is going to issue one specific internal circular, and for conducting the bank branch audit in an effective way, just demand that internal circular, because you will find out certain things in that internal circular itself. और अगर आप लोग बैंक में जाकर के कोई पॉइंट निकालते हो, इफ यू आर गोइंग टू रेज अ स्पेसिफिक पॉइंट ड्यूरिंग योर बैंक ऑडिट, इन दैट केस बैंकिंग टीम विल से और बैंकिंग स्टाफ विल से that sir, as per our internal circular this is not allowed it. So at that time, if you have the internal circular, you can easily go through with that, because in this bank branch audit the most important thing is time. So we just need to ready all the reference material before starting that audit. Every bank issued closing circular with certain which contain the concerned area and list of certificates required to be certified by the branch auditor. Then review of previous year auditor report and the long form audit report. Okay, just demand the last year audit report and the LFAR. And I suppose for this specific point there is no requirement to say anything. ओके, बिकॉज एज ए चार्टेड अकाउंटेंट हम लोगों को सिखाया गया है कि जब भी कोई ऑडिट स्टार्ट करनी हो, देयर इज फर्स्ट थिंग टू डिमांड द प्रीवियस ईयर रिपोर्ट. Okay, so that it will be conducted in the easy way. So we also need to demand that previous year report and the long form audit report for our audit purposes. And the point is that पिछले ऑडिटर ने पूरी मेहनत की होगी, हम भी पूरी मेहनत करेंगे, बट इफ देयर विल बी एनी स्पेसिफिक पॉइंट ऑन विच आई नीड टू बी वेरी मच फोकस्ड, इन दैट केस आई मे गेट द पॉइंट फ्रॉम दैट LFAR report and the comments which is provided by the auditor in that report. So this is the logic, this is the point, and from that perspective we'll take this report. Latest RBI master circular for income recognition and the assets classification, that is IREC norms, and other relevant circulars we need to check. Minimum requirement that we need to read out that IREC related circular तो must है जो मुझे read out करना है. List of comment of RBI inspection reports towards the branch. As we all know, there is requirement of the audit of inspection report, the audit of revenue leakage related reports. Okay, so we'll demand that particular report from the branch as well, and if there will be any comment, in that case we are going to focus on that. Because जब हम लोग ऑडिट स्टार्ट करते हैं ना, इन दिस बैंक ब्रांच ऑडिट, टाइम का शॉर्टेज है. अगर मैं मल्टीपल रिपोर्ट्स यहां पर देख लूंगा, एंड इफ आई विल फाइंड आउट सर्टेन कमेंट्स, सर्टेन रिलेवेंट कमेंट्स फ्रॉम दैट पर्टिकुलर रिपोर्ट्स, इन दैट केस आई मे फोकस my complete attention on the areas which is highlighted in the previous reports, in the report of concurrent audit, in the report of RBI inspection report, revenue leakage related reports, so that it will be more easy for me. Latest branch concurrent audit report, internal inspection report, diligence report, credit reports with their compliances. Copy of vigilance inquiry and the special investigation report. If there will be any specific investigation and the vigilance inquiry, in that case we just need to check report as well. आपका एक क्वेश्चन होगा, सर अगर कोई विजिलेंस हुई भी होगी, अगर कोई इन्वेस्टिगेशन हुआ भी होगा, इन दैट केस हाउ वी कैन गेट दैट स्पेसिफिक इंफॉर्मेशन दैट देयर इज एन इन्वेस्टिगेशन इज कंडक्टेड फॉर दैट ब्रांच, या फिर हम उस ब्रांच मैनेजर से वर्बली पूछेंगे. इन दैट केस there may be chances that branch manager will deny that there was no any investigation by the Reserve Bank of India. In that case, the most important thing which we need to know, we just need to demand these reports through mail, and we just need to demand the reply through the mail only. If there will be attached, then please type sir at the attached, or will provide at the branch premises. And if this report is not available, in that case you just need to put NA or not available. ओके, नॉट एप्लीकेबल, सो दैट जब वो राइटिंग में मेल देगा ना, तो वो भी डरेगा, आपको कोई झूठ कन्वे नहीं करेगा, दैट पर्सन विल नॉट लाई विथ यू. ओके, From that perspective, each and everything we are demanding in that bank branch audit, this is our responsibility to demand through the mail only. Comparative analysis of the trial balance with the last year audited trial balance. Because in our curriculum as well, institute has taught us that there is a very important thing is our trends analysis. Okay. Or there is very importance is the variance analysis. Through the analysis of the trial balance of the current period and through the analysis of the trial balance of the audited, we can do the variance analysis. That what is the variance between these two trial balances? And through that variances, if there will be any suspected point, in that case, we may demand the complete account ledger copy of the differences. This is the thing we can do. So that यहाँ पर टाइम शॉर्टेज की वजह से मुझे करना क्या है, मुझे रिलेवेंट डॉक्यूमेंट्स मांगने हैं. What is the importance of this bank branch audit? That we are going to demand the relevant document at relevant time, and for that relevant documents we just need to analyze the things with certain motive. Working paper on actual audit engaged carried out for the year. Okay, working paper is the must document for us. Testing of internal control and other operational issues at the branch. बैंक ऑडिट अलॉट हुई, फर्स्ट डे आप गए, यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू काउंट द कैश. सेकेंड डे, थर्ड डे, मॉर्निंग 9 o'clock आप बैंक प्रेमाइसेस में पहुंच गए विदाउट एनी इंटीमेशन. फर्स्ट आपने चेक कर लिया हु विल ओपन दैट ब्रांच डोर, कौन यहां पर आकर के ब्रांच का डोर ओपन कर रहा है. देन आफ्टर we may ask for the cash verification at 10 o'clock. Morning cash we may do verification without any information. Okay. We may check certain things that what is the operational activities, keys किसके पास में रहती है. आपने बैंक वाले ऑफिसर से अचानक से सरप्राइज पूछ लिया कि सर वी नीड टू चेक योर लॉकर्स और वी जस्ट नीड टू चेक द लॉकर कीज. So we can get the idea that who will handle that lockers, who is the custodian for the lockers, where is the joint register, where is the custodian register is available or not, कब वो custodian change हुए थे, we can check that data. But all these things we need to do as a surprise. Because अगर हमने पहले ही बोल दिया कि आज शाम को हम लोग कैश का वेरिफिकेशन करेंगे and today evening we are going to check your lockers and all those things, in that case they will manipulate certain things. So from that perspective, I am saying that whenever you are going for the bank branch audit, suppose for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, in that case, on your second or third day, without any information, without any intimation, reach to the bank at 9 a.m. so that you can check who will open that bank, who will handle the operational activities. This will be more convenient for you. Also, कई बार क्या होता है, हम लोग सैटरडे संडे को बैंक ऑडिट को निपटा देते हैं. ओके, because this is not our working day, this is not the working day for the bank itself, but we do one thing, one day should be working, so that हमको ये आइडिया लगेगा कि कैसे क्लाइंट आते हैं, किससे इंटरेक्ट करते हैं, कहीं क्लाइंट आया सीधा वो मैनेजर के रूम में तो नहीं जा रहा है. So these are the things we need to be very much careful, and we just need to observe the thing, because in the Ghosh and Jalani recommendation there are multiple things are there which is very much important. But हम लोग क्या करते हैं, at the end of the bank branch audit we are going to sign that Ghosh and Jalani report without reviewing the same. Only yes, 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 yes. This is not a right practice. Okay, because this Ghosh and Jalani report is completely based on the internal control and the operational control of the bank. And when we are checking the things, we are checking the things in these 3 to 4 days. In that case, we need to review the internal control as well. Review the Ghosh and Jalani committee recommendation. So these are the important documentation which we need to collect. Next, document related to verification of the advances. If I am going to verify the advances, because अगर मैं बैंक ऑडिट को कुछ रिव्यूज देना चाहूं, in that case our 60% focus will be advances, our 20% focus will be deposit, and 20% focus will be on internal control and the operational area. Most probably this is the ratio. So we also need to focus on the verification of advances in a very specific way. So first, list of stress advances. We just need to demand the list of SMA 0, SMA 1, SMA 2. List of stress advances SMA 2 on the 15th March. Because this SMA2 report will indicate the list of advances which are overdue for more than 60 days. And if the same is not regularized before the year end, that is 31st March, then the advance will become the NPA. There is a most probable chances. Okay. So when we'll demand that SMA 0, 1, 2 report, we need to critically examine this particular report. Because वो SMA 2 से ही तो NPA में transfer होगा. The account will be transferred from SMA 2 to NPA. There may be chances banking staff may enter certain entries, or there may be certain fictitious transactions are there in this specific account to safeguard that account to become NPA. And the same will reflect in your SMA 2. Or if you will calculate the actual days, in that case, the same should be classified as an NPA. So this is the thing, when we'll do the bank branch audit, we critically examine the SMA 1, 2 and 0 report. And SMA 2 is the most crucial part. Okay, because वो account NPA होने के chances सबसे ज्यादा होते हैं. List of new sanctions made during the year. Because when we are doing the bank branch audit, all the new sanctions, which is our a very specific area of focus. Because new sections में हमको documentation भी check करने हैं. And when we'll check that documentation, we can easily identify the fraud as well. Suppose there is a 5 to 7 segments in that particular bank for the loan. Retail loan will be there, MSME loan will be there, home loan will be there, term loan will be there, okay, vehicle loan will be there. So we need to demand the files of each and every segment on sample basis. कुछ छोटे लोन ले लिए, कुछ बड़े लोन ले लिए. We need to select the sample and accordingly we need to check the files of the loan, so that this will be easy for us. Just give me a 1 minute. One important Is my voice is audible? Okay. New section, list of account referred for restructuring. This is also an important list. These types of lists are system generated. Okay, we just need to demand that list in text file, and we are going to convert the same into Excel and we'll start our working. So what type of working we need to do, we'll discuss on that as well. So list of account referred for restructuring, we need to demand that list as well, because कई बार कोई account NPA ना हो जाए, to save an account to become an NPA, multiple banks are going to make multiple adjustment. They are going to restructure that account. So we just need to check that restructure is approved by the journal, and as well this restructuring is as per the norms of RBI. Accounts wherein process under IBC, insolvency bankruptcy code, is mandated but not initiated by the branch, that particular list we need to demand. Okay, that thing, there is no any list which is generated from the system. You just need to demand the confirmation from the bank. You just need to type a mail to the bank regarding that any process is initiated or mandated under IBC. You have initiated the same. If they will say that there is no any IBC related matter is there, in that case, we just need to take the copy of this particular mail. This is more than sufficient for us. Review of red flagged accounts. Red flagged means if there will be any account which is in the PNPA, which is in the SMA 012, okay, or you may take the list of insurance, you may take the list of review expire, renewal expire, you may take the list of stock statement expire or stock statement not submitted, and if the stock statement is not submitted, in that case, these are the matter which is red flagged. Okay. Also, through the analysis of the operational activities of the bank account. Suppose you are going to check certain operations of the bank account. In that case, you need to check that in case of CC account, there is a route of fund, and all those things we need to verify. Critically review of account flagged under the early warning signals. Okay, we'll discuss the complete list of EWS, that is early warning signals, which is issued by the Reserve Bank of India. And during the bank branch audit, we just need to confirm ourselves about this early warning signals as well. The review of restructured account and under dispensation provided by the Reserve Bank of India. We need to check the जिन अकाउंटिंग का रिस्ट्रक्चरिंग हो गया है, उन अकाउंटिंग को भी हमको रिव्यू करना है. लिस्ट ऑफ बैंक गारंटीज एंड दी LC, that is letter of credit. And based on our analysis, we need to demand certain specific files for that bank guarantee, BG and LC. Review of reported frauds, advance related or others. We also need to check there is any fraud which is reported to the Reserve Bank of India, to the journal office or not. Okay, so for that purpose, we need to demand the letter. Okay, we can put one mail to the particular bank in this specific regard. Of balance sheet item, including claims against banks not acknowledged as debt, contingent liability, etc. These are the important things we need to check regarding the contingent liability. When we'll check the balance sheet, at that time we'll come to these specific points. So this is my documentation which is related to the advances and other documents. Yahan tak each and everything is okay for everyone. Just I am expecting reply from each and everyone. Next, documents related to NPA, non-performing assets. We just need to demand the list of NPA accounts as on 31st March 2023 and 31st March 2024. Two lists we are going to demand, and the purpose of this to the variance analysis. जो account मेरा last year NPA था, if there will be any account which was NPA on last year and in this current year, if the account is transferred to standard assets, in that case, I just need to check the mechanism of the restructuring. I just need to check the account ledger of that specific account कि कहीं बैंक ने किस तरह से उसको NPA से वापस standard assets के अंदर transfer किया है. That thing we are going to check. List of accounts upgraded during the years. This list is also generated from the Finacle and from the CBS. The list of accounts which is downgraded during the year. And through this list, we are going to check that the upgradation and downgradation of the account is as per the RBI norms or not, or as per the IRAC norms or not. Because as we all know, bank has standard assets, substandard assets, doubtful assets, or loss assets. Standard assets means good. There will be no any default. Substandard means up to 1 year. Doubtful means up to 3 year, and post 3 year NPA होने के 3 साल के बाद में that assets will be transferred to as a loss assets, and all these other activities or the operations is to be started against that particular assets. List of early mortality cases. Now, what do you mean by this early mortality cases? If there will be any advances taken by Mr. X, suppose a particular advance of 10 lakh rupees taken by Mr. X, and during the first 12 month of this particular advance is classified as NPA. मतलब उसने initial first year में ही default कर दिया. In that case, that is to be classified as early mortality cases. And this particular thing will be the direct question. This particular thing will be the direct question on the banking staff and on the bank manager. So this is the specific question. We need to be very much careful. We need to generate the list related to this. And also, when we'll check the specific list of accounts opened or loans sanctioned during last year and during current year, and when we'll check the outstanding balance, will automatically come to know the cases related to early mortality cases. Okay, so from that perspective, we need to analyze the last year sanctioned loan list and current year sanctioned loan list, and we need to compare the outstanding balances. Through that, we'll analyze the things. Details of NPA classified with secured and unsecured details and NPA provision amount. We also need to check that the provision is in the correct way. Suppose 25%, 40%, 100% in case of loss assets. So we need to be very much, although we'll provide you the complete provisioning chart as well. Okay, so that you can go through with the same during your bank branch audit. So we need to focus on the checking of the provisioning for the NPA accounts as well, that the provisioning is the correct way. Because if there will be any changes in the provisioning figure, in that case, there will be MOC. Review of valuation reports of the loan account. Valuation report older than 3 years cannot be considered as security. 1 year in case of stock, and 100% provision need to be made on the expired or secured portion. That means when you will check the old file as well, in that case, you need to check that the valuation report should not be older than 3 years. जब भी आप कोई file physical check कर रहे हो, at that time you also need to check that the valuation report should be latest and not older than 3 years. Okay, so you may do one thing. Suppose you are doing the audit of financial year 23-24. You just need to demand one list of loans sanctioned during financial year 2020-21. And then after, you need to select the samples for checking the files, physical files. And during the verification of physical file, you just need to check the valuation report is there or not. And in 30 to 40% cases, you will find out that valuation report is older than 3 years. So this is a specific point we need to do and we need to analyze. So ऐसे हम लोग कुछ details, कुछ documents, कुछ files उनसे मांगेंगे, तो we can easily analyze that what type of old files we need to check. Because during our bank branch audit, we need to check the newly sanctioned loan as well as we need to check the old files. So when we are checking the old and new files, so this is not possible for us to select each and every file and check each and every file. So for that purpose, we need to analyze the data, and based on our analysis, we need to demand the files. So this is also one analysis component through that we can analyze the things. critical review of audited financial statement of the borrowers. As we all know, in case of CC against the stock and plant and machinery, and in case of business class laws, there is requirement of the submission of the financial statements. So in that case, we need to check the audited financial statement very carefully. Okay, and we need to check the latest audited financial statements are available in the report or not. Review of forensic audit report if the same is applicable, if there will be any fraud, and in that case, if bank is mandated for the forensic audit report, in that case we need to take the reference of forensic audit report as well. Next, regarding fixed assets, what the thing we need to demand. So हम लोग head wise discuss कर रहे हैं. We are going to discuss each and every specific point from the bank audit perspective and the documents required from each and every specific point. Fixed assets. Fixed assets register as on 31st March 2023 and 31st March 2024, so that we can easily check the variance and do the necessary analysis. So when we'll demand the fixed assets register as on 31st March and as on 31st March 2024, there may be chances of addition of fixed assets or there may be chances of deletion of fixed assets. Okay, so we'll demand the list, separately demand the list of new assets purchased during the year and the list of fixed assets sold during the year. So when I will check the 31st March 2023, add purchase less sales, in that case the closing balance will be there, and I just need to compare this closing balance with the closing report which is provided to me, so that this will be the verification of the fixed assets as well, and this will the verification of the operational area, as well as we need to physically verify the fixed assets with the branch. Okay, because when we are going to physical verification, at that time we just need to check the same depreciation working as on 31st March 2024 with the basis. Okay, because when they are doing the complete depreciation working, in that case they are also going to note on the basis of that depreciation calculation. We just need to demand that basis as well. So these are the things we need to do from the fixed assets perspective. अगर उन्होंने कोई fixed assets का tagging नहीं किया है, if they had not done the tagging of that particular fixed assets, in that case there will be a specific letter which is issued by the journal office. Okay, so we just need to demand that journal office letter as well as the reason which is submitted to journal office, so that this will be satisfactory for us, and we need to keep the same with our record, because for that specific purpose journal office will issue the complete mail regarding the guidance that you need to include the same in your fixed assets, or you are going to include the same in next year. All the things will be there. Is that okay? There may be chances that you are going for the audit of State Bank of India, और वो स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया का पीएनबी बैंक के साथ में कोई ट्रांजेक्शन हो रहा है. देयर विल बी एनी ट्रांजेक्शन विद द स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया विद द पीएनबी, सो वी नीड टू डिमांड द बैंक अकाउंट व्हिच ब्रांच मेंटेन्ड इन द अदर बैंक फॉर द ट्रांजेक्शन. You all have received the bank branch audit mail related to consent or related to offer or continue auditors. Yes, sir, you have received the letter for consent. कंसेंट के लिए आया है तो ब्रांच आ ही जाएगी. Reconciliation statement of all bank as on 31st March 2024. Okay, also we require the counter bank confirmation. Okay, that this is the most important thing. Whenever we are going to check the interbank account, we also need to demand for the counterbank confirmation or counterbank letter, so that this will be the concrete evidence for us. Interbranch reconciliation. If there will be any outstanding which is more than 6 months, in that case we need to report the same specifically in our reports. So we just need to check if there will be any balance which is outstanding more than 6 months in the office accounts. In that case, we need to check. Review of inter-office ledger account classified under other assets and the other liabilities. Cash balance, physical verification of cash during the audit period, cash on hand as well as cash and the ATM balance. These two things we need to do. And the cash verification on the bank premises and on the particular ATM. This always should be based on the surprise basis. Report of physical cash verification conducted by the branch on 31st March 2024. That report is also required, because as per the RBI guidelines, each and every banking staff, that means the authorized banking staff, will do the cash verification at the end of the year 31st March 2024. Liabilities, verification of current saving account, term deposit, including KYC, prevention of money laundering, FEMA, and other compliances we need to check. From that perspective, we need to check the deposits as well. Now, we are going to discuss about certain journal terms in this bank branch audit or in this banking scenario. So this is the requirement of documentation. I suppose हमने each and every document and with the logic of that document यहाँ पर read out किया है. Okay. So the requirement of documents and the purpose, the use of that document is clear for each and everyone. And also this is my question that are you thinking that this session will be useful for you and you are enjoying this session? And one more question, that can we schedule our tomorrow's session at 1 to 3 p.m. or 2 to 4 p.m. instead of 6 to 8, because tomorrow is holy. So we may change the time. Is that possible? We may do it 3 to 5 p.m. So Sujit, you will also get the complete recording of this session, as well as if you have any question, you may connect with me over WhatsApp. We may do 4 to 6. If everyone is agree, we may do 4 to 6, 3 to 5, whatever will be most suitable to you, we can do. But evening time will be quite difficult for everyone, I suppose, because tomorrow is a festival. So we can go with 3 to 5. So, okay, tomorrow we have session sharp at 3 p.m. and we'll conclude the same at 5. And if there will be requirement, we may extend the time. And Sujit ji, if possible, trying to join through your mobile. This is also possible. You can join, okay? And you will get the recording. And if you have any question, you may connect with me over WhatsApp. You will receive the new link. You will receive the new link for 3 to 5. But we'll meet at 3 p.m. sharp. So please free that schedule, free that time. Now, कुछ important specific terms पे हम लोग discuss कर लेते हैं. Just discuss on certain specific terms from that bank branch audit. Is there is requirement of 5 minutes break? No. See. So, okay, we'll start the session sharp at 7:10. Okay, there is a break of 5 minutes. We'll start the session sharp at 7:10. So please be live. We'll meet at 7:10. So, hello everyone. My voice is audible. My voice is audible. Just comment me once in the chat box. Yes, I'm waiting for your reply. Okay, sir. My voice is audible. So, let's start our discussion on certain important terms from the bank audit perspective. First, non-performing assets. Okay, this is a very basic thing, but we'll discuss. Non-performing assets means on specific assets. And if I'm talking from banking perspective, the assets will be the advances. Okay. And if there will be a specific assets of that particular bank is not going to generate any income, in that case, the same should be classified as NPA, non-performing assets. Okay. Because if that particular NPA assets is showing as an income in the balance sheet, in the profit and loss account, and the same will be booked in the books of accounts, in that case, there may be a situation of wrong data presentation in the financial statement. Hence, RBI issued this specific notification that if there will be any non-performing assets, that is NPA, in that case, the income will not be booked. The income will not be booked, and if there will be any income booked, in that case, the same should be reversed. That is what is the specific instruction by the Reserve Bank of India regarding this NPA. Next, sub-statement assets. Although we have already discussed about that, if there will be a particular specific assets which is NPA up to 12 months, in that case, the same will be classified as a substandard assets. If there will be assets with the NPA duration more than 12 months up to 3 years, in that case, the same will be classified as doubtful. And if there will be assets which is NPA 3 or more, in that case, the same will be classified as the loss assets. Why this particular type of classification of required? Because, sir, bank bolti hai, suppose there is a NPA, there is a particular account, there is a particular specific advance, which is for 10 lakh rupees. And suppose agar wo NPA ho gaya, and if we are not going to classify the same as sub assets doubtful loss, in that case, at the time of booking or losses, we need to book that 10 lakh rupees one shot in the books of accounts. Whatever will be the outstanding balance, we need to book as a loss. Okay, in that case, the financial statement of that particular financial year will be affected very badly. So from that perspective, RBI has issued the circular that, sir, that provisioning is to be based on certain period. For the first 12 months, you need to provision for 15 or 25%. For next, there will be provisioning of 40%. After 3 years, the provisioning will be 100%. So that the booking of loss will be over the years, not for one particular year, so that the financially there will be a very less effect on the financial position of the bank. That is what is the logic of the classification, and that is what is the logic of the provisioning of the losses. My voice is breaking. I suppose now there will be everything okay. Next, restructuring of advances means if there will be a particular account which is classified as a non-performing assets, as a substandard assets, and now bank is planning to convert the same as a standard assets, or there will be a restructuring on account of payment cycle, there will be restructuring on account of installment amount. Okay, in that case, the same will be called as the restructuring of the advances, and we need to be very much careful for that restructuring of the advances. Because कई बार बैंक क्या करती है, to save a particular account to become NPA, they are going to restructure that account. So we need to be very much careful from that perspective, and we need to make our 100% concentration on that restructuring of the accounts. Because when you will ask with the banking team for that particular NPA, they will say that our system will automatically classify the account as NPA. There will be no any delay, there will be no any default, and there is no any manual intervention is there. When you will ask about the interest rate, sir, we want to check the interest rate as per the RBI circular, they will say that sir, interest rate will be automatically fitted in the system. There will be no any manual intervention. If you will ask about the insurance, they will say that insurance is automatically updated in the system. There will be no any default or manual intervention in that. तो भाई ऑडिट क्यों है? जब इंश्योरेंस नहीं है, रिव्यू रिन्यूअल ऑटोमेटिक होता है, एनपी ऑटोमेटिक होता है, इंटरेस्ट रेट ऑटोमेटिक होता है, देन व्हाई देयर इज रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ ऑडिट when everything is on the automation based? But there is a high chances of the manual intervention in the core banking system. If they will change the interest code, in that case interest rate will automatically change. So interest rate वो change नहीं कर सकते, but they have power to change the interest code. So in that case, when the wrong input will be inserted in the CBS system, in that case wrong output will be presented. They may change the days for the NPA. They may put the entry. Suppose a particular account is going to NPA on 27th of March. If they are going to make any deposit and withdrawal value entry, in that case, they have saved that particular account to become an NPA. So these type of transactions we need to be very much carefully monitor. So अगर किसी ट्रांजेक्शन को मैं आपको बता ही रहा था, I just want to convey this particular fact that if a particular transaction is NPA, in that case, okay, as an auditor, this is our responsibility to find out the hidden NPAs. And as an auditor, this is not our the 100% responsibility that we are going to focus on the NPA only. We are going to check the internal control as well. We are going to check the operational weaknesses as well. We are going to check the maintenance of the data as well. Okay, so that we can come with the internal weaknesses as well. And through that, this will be a very important para, specific para for our audit report. Okay, so कई बार क्या होता है, when someone is asking for the bank branch audit, the 100% meaning and the most meaning is the to identify the NPA. Sir, yes, this is the core field for bank branch audit, but there are lots of things which we need to focus. And if a particular thing is classified as NPA, in that case, no role of a chartered accountant. But the point is that how we are going to identify the hidden NPAs through the entries. Okay. Whenever you find out the same amount deposited and same amount withdrawal in a particular specific SMA 012 account, in that case, demand the voucher for that entry. And when you will check the voucher, you will find out the voucher and sign as well. But you need to check the mismatch from the sign which is available on that particular voucher and available in the system. That is the thing we need to do. I suppose you are getting my points. IREC norms, that means income recognition and assets classification. How bank is going to recognize the income in the books of accounts and how the assets should be classified in the bank account as per the norms of Reserve Bank of India. This is also an important thing because there is 100% public interest in the bank. The money is completely related to the public. So income should be perfect and the assets classification should be perfect. And the main objective of the audit is to check the income recognition and assets classification. There is no any other purposes there. Okay. So when we are doing the audit, we need to identify the NPA, that is the recognition of income is in a perfect way and the assets classification is in a perfect way. When we are doing the concurrent audit, okay, at that time we are finding out multiple issues on month-end basis and we are supposed to reflect the same in our report and all the things are there and they are going to rectify the same. And when we'll talk about the statutory bank account, bank branch audit, there will be a very less amount of MOCs, memorandum of changes, जिसमें हम लोग जाकर के changes suggest कर रहे हैं कि this is the requirement of changes in your books of accounts. Why? Because we are not making our efforts with techniques. Okay, if we'll make our efforts with the techniques, in that case, there will be higher chances will get certain points which should be rectified. Okay, and this will increase our professional respect. Now, general terms is clear for NPA, substandard, doubtful, lost assets, restructuring, and IREC. Now, banking business. So basically, the banking business is to accept the deposits, providing the credit facility to the businessman, to the individual, to the agriculturalist. Locker facility. Okay, when you will check the locker, in that case, you are going to demand the locker register. You just need to check the number of lockers which is available on the core banking system, and you just need to physically counter the number of lockers. If you will found out any variation in between these two calculation, in that case, put the same in your report. So this is my question to all of you, that you are doing that physical verification of number of lockers which is available on the bank premises and number of lockers which is fitted in the core banking system. Have you checked? Please reply in yes and no. No, we are checking the wallet in out or register for lockers. This is completely okay because they are going to ready the same on 20th of March or 15th of March completely. But we just need to check the physical number of lockers which is available in the branch premises and the physical number of lockers which is available in the Finacle system. We also need to check the stamp duty which is available in the particular system, that is stamps, physical stock of stamp and the physical stock which is available with the bank. We just need to reconcile these two figures as well, and we need to take the reconciliation for our record as well. ATM facility, handling of accounts. So these are core features of the particular banking industry. Now, reports to be submitted. What are the reports which is required to be submitted during that bank branch audit or in that bank branch audit? So, first is my independent audit report. Second is my memorandum of changes, MOC. So MOC is my memorandum of changes. Memorandum of changes, if there will be any changes in the financial statement, in that case we need to submit that MOC with our audit report, and we are suggesting the changes, and we are also discussing the effect of that changes in the trial balance. Next, I have long form audit report. This is the specific audit report which is required to be submitted with the reports, okay, with the statutory bank branch audit report. And this long form audit report is multiple questions on account of that bank branch audit. Okay, so we need to feed that long form audit report is a very specific way. Don't write yes, no, and not applicable. We need to provide the complete description of the query. We need to provide the complete description of our reply and justify the same with the query, so that our report will be effective and one can use that report. If we are just going to put the yes and no and attached with the annexure, this is not a right answer, and this is not a right way to feed the LFAR. When we are going to feed the long form audit report, we need to feed it in a very specific way. Tax audit report, Ghosh and Jalani report, capital adequacy certificates, and there are also requirements of various certificates like interest subvention. As we all know, in case of MSME and in case of Kisan Credit Card (KCC), there is a provision of interest subvention by the government, and when the interest subvention is received by the bank, the same is to be provided to the particular borrower. In that case, we need to check that the interest subvention is a correct way. The submission provided is on the applicable or eligible cases only. The calculation of the interest amount and the calculation of subvention amount is completely correct. Okay, these things we need to verify, and then after we need to sign that interest subvention certificate. There is certain maturity pattern related. There is certain sign on the weekly balance reports or balance of deposits, cash balance certificate, and subsidy certificate. These are the things we need to check. These are the things we need to provide to the bank for the bank branch audit. So we just need to check the sample format of these reports and provide the same to our team as well, so that they can also go through with the reports and prepare himself to present the best. We'll discuss on UDN as well. There is no requirement of separate UDN for each and every certificate. UDN is also included in this specific PDF file, and this is your UDIN. Two separate UAN required, one for tax audit report and another is for statutory audit report, LFAR and certificate. These two UDIN is to be generated. Okay. Is that okay, Sujit ji? So we'll try to include each and every point in this PDF file itself. I suppose now my voice is okay. In that case, we are going to generate the UDIN for the LFAR and for the certificates only. There will be requirement of one UDIN. Now, what is the steps? Now my voice is okay. Yes, in maximum cases, tax audit will be done by the HO level. Yes, in multiple banks, but in multiple banks, they are the tax audit will be done by the specific branch auditor only. So this is completely depend on bank to bank. Yes, we'll share this PDF file with you. Steps for bank branch audit. So to conduct a bank branch audit and to conclude a bank branch audit, there are certain specific steps are there. So we'll discuss on each and every step. Just give me a single second. I'm sharing this PDF file with all of you. So study material is already shared with you on this chat box itself. Will also share with you on your registered mail ID, and you may download the same from this link. Have you received this PDF file? Okay, so you may download this PDF file for your reference. We'll also create one WhatsApp group and for the discussion, and we'll share with you the link by tomorrow. And for today, we'll share with you my number, my team number. You may connect with me over this WhatsApp number. Now, steps for bank branch audit. First is our planning. Second is pre-audit discussion with the branch, because we are going to submit the MRL and we are also going to share the complete documentation list and the particular things which we required for the bank branch audit. Third step will be the document collection before physical visit. Okay, we are going to receive certain documents over our mail ID, visit the branch, execution of the audit, discussion on the draft of branch audit report. So when you will finalize the bank branch audit report, just discuss that drafted bank branch audit report with the branch manager. Presentation of memorandum of changes, preparation of MOC and effect of the same in the books of accounts. So when you will prepare the memorandum of changes, in that case, we just need to identify the effect of that MOC on the financial statement. This is also a very much important specific requirement that our MOC should be ready and uska effect जो भी आ रहा है financial statement में, that should also be ready. Review of post memorandum trial balance and the reconciliation with the pre memorandum of trial balance to ensure the correct affecting accounting effect of the memorandum of changes wherever applicable. So when we are providing any MOC, in that case, we are also going to check the effect, and also we are going to check the pre-changes trial balance and the post-changes trial balance, and we are going to compare the same. Because कई बार क्या होता है, we are providing the MOC, but when we'll check the changes in both the trial balances, in that case, there may be certain dispute in future. So to safeguard, we just need to check these things prior to that MOC. Submission of audit report to branch and copy to the central statutory auditors. So this is the complete steps to conduct the bank branch audit. If we are going to conduct the bank branch audit in this specific way, in that case, our audit will be effective and the audit will be in a smooth way. Now, component of bank branch audit. So, first is my branch statutory audit report. Second is my tax audit report, and LFAR, that is my long form audit report. When we'll talk on that statutory audit report, at that time, this will include the audit of advances and reporting on divergence of assets classification and income recognition, which is generally reported through the memorandum of changes in the form of main audit report. So, in the statutory audit report, my MOC will be the part of that audit report, that means statutory audit report. And in that case, if there will be any changes on account of the income recognition and the assets classification, basically we can say if there will be any changes in the balance sheet and profit and loss account, in that case, the MOC will be provided and this will be the part of our statutory audit report. Audit of all other items of assets and liabilities, income and expenditure appearing in the financial statement. Trial balance will be as of 31st March 2024, because we are auditing the 31st March 2024 only. So these are the two specific points are there from the branch statutory audit report. Next, tax audit report and the LFAR. As per section 44 AB of Income Tax Act 1961, the bank is under statutory obligation to tax audit conducted by the chartered accountant, and long form audit report covers reporting on the operational and control aspect of branch working as per RBI requirement of not. Because as we all know, in case of long form audit report, they have asked multiple questions, and through that question, they are going to certify the same from the chartered accountant. So this long form audit report is complete in aspect of the audit. Certificate required to be verified as per the respective bank closing instruction, keeping in view RBI guidelines of the respective schemes notified by the central government and state government. So basically, these are the components of bank branch audit. We need to conduct the statutory audit. There is requirement of long form audit report, and there is requirement of tax audit report. Okay. And I am always saying that if you are new in this bank branch audit, in that case, you just need to take the printout of LFAR and feed that LFAR, and with that each and every point, you just need to conduct the audit. Or you may prepare the steps of audit through that LFAR, so that you will see that your audit will be in a very effective way through that audit on the based on the LFAR. So this is my component of bank branch audit. Special consideration while audit advances, when you will check the advances, because as we all know, the 60% of the focus of this bank branch audit is on account of the advances. So our focus will be on the advances. Okay. So we'll discuss about the certain specific points related to the audit of the advances. Okay. LFAR is completely same. It is issued by the Reserve Bank of India. So there will be no any change for any bank, whether it is a rural bank or whether it is a PSU, public sector banks. Now, for the advances, we just need to demand the list of top exposure accounts. Suppose there will be a 5 top exposure accounts which are very much important for that particular bank. In that case, we may ask for the complete physical file. Yes, there may be difference on account of the reporting, but the format will be same. There may be certain things which is not applicable in the specific cases. Now, demand the list of top exposure accounts so that we are going to check the physical files. We are going to check the complete account activities. Okay. Obtain the list of stressed assets. If there will be any SMA 012, take the list of that SMA 1012, and then after check the physical file, that check the account monitoring. That means you just need to check कोई SMA 02 account को वहां पर केवल NPA से बचाने के लिए कोई transaction तो नहीं हुआ है, whether there will be a specific transaction only to save that particular account to become NPA. So we need to check this thing very carefully. Obtain the list of restructured accounts. Obtain the list of, when we are demanding that particular list in text file and will convert the same into Excel. I am again and again repeating that we are going to take the text file and will convert the same into Excel. So through the list of restructured accounts, we just need to check the documentation with regard to that restructuring. We just need to check the effect of the restructuring prior to the restructuring and post restructuring. Obtain the list of accounts which is covered under revised framework of resolution of the stressed assets. Account referred to or directed to referred under insolvency bank code. If there will be any specific guidelines on that account, in that case, we are going to check the physical file and the complete documentation. Obtain the list of unsecured exposures about 25 lakh rupees. If there will be any exposure which is unsecured about 25 lakh rupees, in that case, we need to check the monitoring of account very carefully. With that, we also need to check the complete documentation part. Early mortality cases, that means NPA within 12 months from the opening. In that case, we need to check the genuineness of the borrower. We just need to check the data which is taken by the banking team for sanctioning of the loan. So this is the important thing which we need to check. Then after, movement of NPA upgraded accounts during the year. If there will be any, if there was any NPA account last year and the same will be classified as a standard assets during the current year, in that case, we need to check the movement of NPA. सब स्टैंडर्ड टू डाउटफुल में जाना चाहिए, कहीं वो डाउटफुल से सब स्टैंडर्ड में तो नहीं आ रहा है. And if the same will become to the standard, in that case, what is the norms which is fulfilled by the bank or not? There is a specific approval of the ZLCC is taken by the bank or not? So these are the things which is very important thing which we need to take care. Evergreening of the accounts. Sir, what do you mean by this evergreening of accounts? If there will be a particular account which is in default, and to regularize that account, bank will provide a new loan to that particular borrower कि भाई इस new loan से तू अपने वो जो default में है उस loan को जो है adjust कर दे. And now you need to continue that particular account. Now you are not going to do this type of default. In that case, we need to check that the particular specific letter is taken from the borrower. And now, due to that new loan, the operating and the operating of the account is a very grateful. Okay. In that case, we need to check specifically in case of evergreening of the accounts. If there will be any account which is upgraded, okay, that means वो पहले substandard था, now the account is considered as a standard assets. In that case, the same will be done in the Finacle, whatever will be the CBS system, the same will be reflected in the CBS, as well as the complete list and the documentation is taken on record. That is what is the thing we are going to check. Okay, and all the income which is reversed in that specific account, now the same is to be charged on that particular account. These are the things which we need to verify. Is that okay, Sujit ji? Now, checking of the documentation, specific consideration on security value of the provisioning, special consideration on inter-branch reconciliations. As we all know that if there will be any transaction of SBI with the Punjab National Bank, in that case, we are going to check the inter-branch reconciliations. And for that reconciliation, we are going to demand the counterparty ledger. Okay. Multiple time when you will initiate the bank audit on 4th and 5th of April, and you will demand that counterparty ledger, they will say that वहां पर भी audit चल रही है, bank is busy, all those arguments are there. So for that purpose, you just need to demand the letter. Without letter, you are not going to finalize your audit report. This is the important thing. Will share you certain financial and the certain that is commands for the core banking system, so that it will be very much easy to generate the reports. Okay, although this overgreening, that means न्यू लॉन सैंक्शनिंग, जैसे ही आप कोई भी न्यू लॉन सैंक्शनिंग की रिपोर्ट जनरेट करते हो, एट द सेम टाइम यू जस्ट नीड टू डिमांड द रिपोर्ट विद सीआईएफ. ओके, you just need to take the list with CIF, and when you will check that CIF of a particular person, and if there will be 3 account assigned for that CIF, if there will be 3 account assigned to a particular CIF, in that case you just need to confirm yourself there is any default in number 1, number 2, and due to that new loan is to be sanctioned. So that is what is the trick, so that we can identify the evergreening of the accounts. Is that okay, Mr.? And I also request that when you will join the session on tomorrow, just convert your Zoom name with your real name, so that I can identify and I can interact with you with the name. We'll provide you the complete command list as well for your reference. So these are the specific considerations which we need to take care in case of audit of advances. Now, there are certain specific list of reports which we need to check. So the first thing which we need to check is my concurrent audit report, if the same will be applicable in this specific case. Compliance to the RBI inspection report, compliance to the internal audit report, because last year अप्रैल के अंदर वो revenue leakage वाली audit हुई होगी, revenue based internal audit हुई होगी. In that case, we are going to demand that RBI report as well, so that if there will be in that case, you have the file of any core banking system, whether CBS, whether it is a FlexiCube, whatever will be the core banking system, will provide you the keys. Okay, will provide you the complete keys for all these systems, all the core banking softwares. Hence, I am not discussing on the commands in this particular specific session, because the problem is that there may be chances कि आपके पास में कौन सा core banking system है मुझे नहीं पता. So if I will discuss only about the Finacle, in that case the same will be not useful for you. For that purpose, I am going to provide you the complete PDF file related to the commands, so that it will be very much useful for you during your bank branch audit. If there will be any applicability of the stock audit, in that case we are going to check the stock audit as well. If there will be any applicability of the forensic audit, in that case we'll check the forensic audit report, compliance report with the audit IS information system audit report, application of interest in CBS, check the correct rate of interest has been provided in this system, correct interest rate code has been provided in this system, and for that purpose a specific report is generated regarding the interest code with this segment, and that report will be perfect if you are going to take the same in text file. So this you can do. So these type of reports you need to check before finalizing your audit report. And I am saying that you need to check these reports at the time of starting your audit, so that you can identify and you can easily get the idea that how I need to go with this audit and what is the way to which I need to perform this audit. Now, if there will be any loan which is sanctioned financial year 21-22 onwards, in that case RBI is issued one specific guideline that no column like rate of interest, gestation period, fixed rate, floating rate, EMI, date of first installment is to be left blank. पहले क्या होता था, बैंक are going to take the left form blank forms and they are going to take the sign of borrowers. RBI has issued one specific guideline, one specific circular that from financial year 21-22 onwards, no blank, no that is column should be blank. So when we are checking the physical files, in that case, we need to ensure that all the files are completely filled. And if there will be any loan which was sanctioned prior to financial year 21-22, in that case, at the time of renewal, all these columns should be filled. That is what is the specific guideline by the Reserve Bank of India. So हमको भी ये बातें ध्यान देनी है, because if there will be any fraud or if there will be any specific situation, and in that case, RBI auditor has come for the audit and they are going to check these type of things. In that case, this will be a dangerous situation for us, because when RBI is issued the circular, we need to be very much careful regarding the compliance of that specific circular. In case of SMA 012, to be calculated on daily basis, not on the monthly basis. Will provide you that particular specific notification as well. Although will provide you a list of 10 important notifications by the Reserve Bank of India, you can easily find out the same in this particular list. So SMA 012 to be calculated on daily basis, not on the monthly basis or on quarterly basis. The software or bank should accordingly modified. Kai bar when you will demand the report of SMA 012, they will say that this report is generated on quarterly basis and we are generating this report on quarterly basis. No sir, the identification of SMA 012 will be completely based on daily basis, not on quarterly, not on monthly. This to be calculated on daily basis. CC account out of order, not monthly basis, but on daily basis, and to be calculated on 90 days. And they will say that this is a system generated. NPA should be classified automatically. But if you are going to put any wrong date, in that case, system will not automatically calculate anything. Okay. So your complete task regarding that advance or regarding that NPA will be based on SMA 012 and PNPA. Okay. So that you can easily identify the things. Term loan more than 90 days, no difference is due and overdue. Interest become overdue on the date of its application after the day end. So interest not serviced for as on 31st/12/2023 till 31st March 2024 will be converted into NPA, because if there will be no service of interest for 90 days, in that case the same should be classified as a NPA in case of term loan. In case of CC out of order for more than 90 days on daily basis will be considered as a NPA. SMA 012 will be based on daily. These are the things we need to be very much careful. Interest for moratorium period, if not serviced, then the account become NPA, shall not be reversed. Suppose a particular specific home loan is provided to Mr. X for 25 lakh rupees and the moratorium period is first 6 months or first 12 months, suppose 12 months. After 12 months, the particular borrower has not paid the installment for continuous 3 period, that is 90 days. Hence, the account has to be classified as NPA. In that case, the question is that whether the interest on account of that moratorium period is to be reversed or not. So as per the RBI circular, there will be no any reversal of the interest on account of that moratorium period. Okay. So when we are checking the books of accounts, we need to be very much careful. ये हम जितने भी पॉइंट डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, these are the crux of your ICAI guidance note and of the Reserve Bank of India master circulars. Because अगर मैं यहाँ पर each and every circular ले लेता तो I suppose this will be quite difficult for you to understand the each and every circular, and we have a limited amount of time, that is 4 hours. And we need to conclude each and everything. And we all know that we all are chartered accountants. कैमरे के इस तरफ भी chartered accountant है, उस तरफ भी chartered accountant है. And there may be a situation, in that case future chartered accountant says, okay, so we have made this PDF file based on complete logics and based on the complete crux of the Reserve Bank of India circulars and the ICAI guidance note, so that we can cover the content in 4 hours. That is what is the logic. But we have covered each and every specific point. I suppose there will be no any specific point should be left. In case of upgradation of an account from NPA to standard, all irregularities of all the accounts of the borrower should be regularized. They should not be even as zero status. If there will be a particular account which is converted to standard from the NPA account, in that case, all other accounts of the same borrower should be regularized. Okay. And this should not be classified as SMS 0. This should be classified as a standard assets. That means there will be no any default in case of conversion from NPA to the standard assets. No restructured account can be upgraded at least for 1 year. So when you will check that restructuring, the list of restructuring of the accounts, in that case, you just need to verify there will be no any upgradation for the next 1 year. And if there will be any upgradation, and due to that, if there will be any effect on the profit and loss account and balance sheet, in that case, MOC should be provided. NP identification should be fully based on system, as we all know, and that banking system is also saying no manual intervention allowed. In case of manual intervention, the audit trails should be kept and made available to the auditor. So auditor should take a certificate from the branch in this regard. So whenever you will go for the bank branch audit, you just need to take one certificate from the bank manager that there is no any intervention, manual intervention with the NP identification. And if there will be any identification, in that case, the audit trail is generated and the same we are going to provide to the auditor. That is what is the certificate we need to take from the branch manager, so that we will be in a safer side. And also when we'll go for the bank branch audit, we also demand for the exceptional report. Although this is the mandatory requirement of the bank to generate the exceptional report on daily basis. Okay. We need to select certain days on sample basis and check the exceptional report very carefully. And when we'll check the exceptional report, we need to identify certain transactions and we need to check the same through the Finacle or through the core banking system, through the monitoring of the account. So that if there will be any suspected entry, we can easily identify the same and we can go with the channels. So this is the thing which is required from certain specific points. One more component will read out related to specific points regarding the term loan. Okay. Regarding advances, we'll discuss in our tomorrow session. Now we'll discuss about the special points regarding the term loan. Account will be treated as NPA if the interest and installment is overdue for more than 90 days. Please note that 2024 is a leap year, and if the account was overdue on 31st December 2023, the irregularities, if there will be no renewal till 31st March 2024, in that case the same will be classified as an NPA. So कहने का मतलब ये है, this is the probable situation, but if there will be any irregularities as on 31st December 2023, in that case we need to very much careful. We need to check the complete recording of transactions for the next 3 months. Okay, so when we are demanding the SMA list, SMA 0, 1, 2, in that case, we need to demand the same as on 31st March as well, so that we can check the monitoring of the transactions during the next quarter. So हमको ये पता चल जाएगा कि सेम अमाउंट का डिपॉजिट और विड्रॉल तो नहीं है, कहीं पर कोई विंडो ड्रेसिंग तो नहीं की गई है. These type of transactions we can identify. Do compare the specification of machinery as per the invoice and quotation, and any deviation may be reported. If there will be a term loan on account of buying of any plant and machinery, in that case we need to check the quotation and the invoices. Okay, and if there will be any changes, in that case we need to report in the invoice and in the quotation. That means conclusively we can say, in case of term loan on account of plant and machinery, the quotation and the invoice should be same, completely same. So this is the thing we need to check. Ensure that the fixed assets are actually purchased and the payment is made to the seller directly. However, if the fixed assets are already purchased by the party before sanction of loan, the loan may be reimbursed in the current and CC account of the borrower, the same should be mentioned in the sanction letter, and it should be in the exceptional cases only. In case of imported machinery, we just need to check the bill of entry. In this specific situation, if the borrower has taken the loan for the import of machinery, in that case, we need to check that the bill of entry is on the records. We need to check the term loan is utilized for the specific purpose for which it was taken. कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं है मैंने term loan लिया था for hotel project and I am going to use that particular term loan for construction of the mall. In that case, there will be a huge difference in the rate of interest. Okay, आप लोग बोलोगे क्या हो गया, term loan लिया था hotel project के लिए, and if that particular person is going to construct the mall, so as we all know, bank have multiple schemes for multiple segments. There may be chances that for that hotel project, the rate of interest is 8.90, and for the construction of mall, the rate of interest is 9%. In that case, there will be a difference in the ROI is 0.10%. And this will create a huge impact on the particular revenue of that particular bank. So these are the specific points we need to be very much careful from the term loan perspective. So in our today's session, we have started our discussion from the basics of the bank branch audit, how we are going to plan that audit, how we are going to prepare the audit program, how we are going to hold the meeting with our team, what are the documents we need to demand from the banking, what are the letters and what are the certificates which is required for that bank branch audit. We have also discussed on certain specific terms for the banking related to NPA, related to doubtful assets, related to substandard assets, related to loss assets, related to IRAC. Okay, these type of things we had covered. Now what type of documentation we need to check, so all these things related to the basics of the audit, bank branch audit, we have covered. Okay, related to the NPA related matter, what type of documents we need to check. In case of advances, what type of documents we need to check. Related to journal banking, what type of documents is checked, how we are going to check the physical verification of cash, how we need to check the lockers and other relevant activities. So these type of basics we have covered in our today's session. Now in our tomorrow session, we are going to discuss on certain specific loan wise provisions, like जैसे आज हम लोगों ने discuss किया term loan पे. Tomorrow we'll discuss on advances, we'll also discuss on education loan, we'll also discuss on housing loan, we'll also discuss on CC and OD, and then after we'll discuss on the LFAR, that is long form audit report. We'll read the maximum number of clauses and will interpret the each and every clause and the reply which we need to provide. We'll also discuss on certain specific parameters of the Ghosh and Jilani report, how we are, what is the importance of this Ghosh and Jilani report, which we'll also discuss on that. Okay, so I suppose this is sufficient for our today's session, and I suppose सारे के सारे पॉइंट जो हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किए, दिस सेशन इज यूजफुल फॉर यू. एट लास्ट आई जस्ट रिक्वेस्ट ईच एंड एवरीवन of this particular session, please provide your valuable feedbacks on the chat box. Okay, because your feedbacks plays a very important role to enhance the services, so I'm expecting feedback from each and everyone. Also we'll share with you the complete reference material, okay, regarding that particular course, related to the MRL letter, related to the query form, related to all other annexures, related to the master circulars and other relevant circulars which is issued by the Reserve Bank of India, will also share with you. Okay, and thank you everyone for listening very patientfully and make this session as an interactive session, because virtually interaction is a quite difficult task. Okay, so thank you everyone, and I just request, if you require the additional these PDF file and all those things, you may comment over the WhatsApp. Okay, although we'll provide you the link of the WhatsApp group. Tomorrow timing will be 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. 3 to 5 will meet. for the bank branch audit, and the complete support will be available till 10th of April, or you may connect with me till 15th of April. There will be no any issue. If you have any question, any doubt related to bank branch audit, you may connect with me till 15th of April. So 5 days extension for your comments, for your feedbacks. Okay. So there will be no issue. As a professional, if we have any issue in future as well, we may connect. Okay. So I suppose there will be no any question is pending. So if you have any question, you may put the same on the WhatsApp number so that I will take that question in the beginning of tomorrow's session. I am basically from Jodhpur, Rajasthan. So thank you everyone. Bye-bye. We'll meet you soon, and definitely we'll meet you on tomorrow at 3 p.m. Okay. Bye-bye. Good night. This number is also mine, but you just need to connect over 94602 36167. So thank you everyone. Bye-bye. Good night. Tomorrow, yes, tomorrow we'll meet sharp at 3 p.m. Happy Holi to all of you.